Hello everyone, my name is Eric and welcome to Spirit Talk. Are you psychic? Have you ever thought that you were psychic? Is one of your children psychic? Do you want to find out? How to tell if someone is psychic. This is something that always comes up in conversations when I have with people. Usually when I meet someone for the very first time, or when a client comes over and they have concerns about their children because their children might be going through a phase or they might be going through something. When someone asks me if I can evaluate a person, to see if they are either sensitive to energies, to spirits, or if they're psychic, I always ask them, have you gone to a therapist? Have you taken them to a psychologist? Have they been through medical treatment? I always do that because I'm not in the medical profession. So if there were to be something wrong with them physically with the person, then I would not be able to help them in that regard. So that's why I always ask them, have you gone to the doctors? Have you gone to a therapist? Have they tried to help you, but nothing has worked? If the answer is no, then I tell them, you know what? First, take them to the hospital, to the doctor. First, take them to therapist. Try to figure out if something is wrong. Maybe there's something wrong chemically with the person's body. After you do that and still nothing has changed and they were not able to help you, then that's when you come to me. I know it sounds kind of tedious, and if they go through all of that and then nothing is wrong and then they come to me, it kind of sounds like a waste of time. But it's better safe than sorry, because sometimes there's a lot of con artists out there that they say, oh, you know what, this and this and this is happening, and I can help you. Just give me $300 and I'll cure you forever, miracles. And yeah, sometimes that does happen because there's actually something spiritually wrong with the person. But sometimes medicine can also help the person. I myself find myself in the center of both science and spirituality, because I do believe science can help for some things, but then I also believe that spirituality can also help in other matters. So I'm in the middle about mostly everything. So after you do that, after you go to the therapist and everything, they give you that okay that you're fine, but then you still feel like there's something wrong, then that's when you come to me. There are certain things that I always look for when a person asks me or wants to know if they're psychic. I'll start asking them different questions. Some of the questions that I ask the person include, have you ever seen, heard, or sensed a dog near you, a spirit dog, not a real dog, just a spirit dog? Can you sleep in the dark, or do you have to have a light on? Are you constantly listening to music? Do you always sense like someone is watching you, or someone is always near you even though you know that you're by yourself in the room? And another question that I always ask is, do you have a lot of deja vus? These are all just questions that I've come across in different books and different experiences throughout my life and different things. These are the things that I myself personally look for, because in the past, when I've asked those questions, the person gets baffled because they can't believe that I know this about them, and it's because I've been through this. All of those things, I've felt them, I've experienced them, I've gone through them. That's why I always ask these questions, because they personally relate to me. So, if a person can't sleep alone in the dark, it could either be they're afraid of the dark, or it could mean, that there's spirits, because spirits are attracted to the dark. That's why most people who are psychic or sensitives, they can't sleep in a dark room. They have to have a light on. They either sleep with the TV on, they sleep with a nightlight on, or just there has to be light in the room. The listening to music, because if you are a medium and you can hear people talking, or you can just sense it, or you overanalyze anything or everything, the music will help you drown out the sound, will help you drown out your thoughts, and will not allow you to think clearly. So music is a very good distraction. I know I've used it countless of times, because when I can't think, or when I'm just overwhelmed with everything that's going on around me, music is it's what I use to escape from everything that's going on around me. If a person experiences a lot of deja vus, I'm talking about at least one daily or several throughout the week. That you constantly have this notion of, I've already been here, I've already done that. That's usually some key indicator that the person is very susceptible to energies, because deja vus, in my opinion, are an extension of being psychic, because You can sense when something is going to happen, or you already saw whatever it is that was going to happen, even if you don't remember it. So when a person says they have a lot of deja vus, it's something that I always look for. Now, if you have asked all of these questions to yourself or to someone else, and you come up with the conclusion that you do experience a lot of these things, or you are sensitive, that you know truly yourself that you are sensitive, and you're kind of wondering, well, I am sensitive, but I have no idea how to research what I can do, or what it entails, or anything like that, then there's a few categories that I use to differentiate people and their abilities. If you are a natural born psychic and you come from a very long line of psychics that runs in your family, and it is very common because this is hereditary. So if you have it, more than likely your mom or your dad or your grandparents are going to have it. So these categories are just something that I use to be able to differentiate people and how to know what they can do. So if you're a natural born psychic, you might have more than one ability. Usually someone can experience up to 3, 4, 5 different abilities. Some people can either experience 1, 2, or 3. Those are very common. Most people have at least one if they retained it, because everybody is born with psychic ability. Everybody is born with this innate ability to sense and foretell things. But as we grow up, things change, either things at home or religion, or there's countless of different things that come into play that makes you lose the sense of the sixth sense that you are born with. But if you are able to retain it, kudos to you. The categories that I use to differentiate people are empaths. Empaths have the ability to sense emotions. These people can pick up your mood from a mile away. They can sometimes sense if you are emotionally hindered, even if they are not close to you. They will try to avoid contact, touching, because with a single touch they can experience a lot more and everything gets heightened, especially emotions. Second, it's a telepath, someone who can read your thoughts. I know this sounds a little far-fetched and a little sci-fi or fantasy, but it's true. There are people out there who can pick up random thoughts in your head. They can't read your mind 100% as to say verbatimly what you're thinking, but they either can pick up pictures, or they can pick up words or things that you are thinking about or what you're mostly concerned of. Then you have your seers or your oracles, or whatever else you want to call them, people who can foretell the future. Usually through dreams, usually through random thoughts that pop into their heads. This is something that I have. I personally, it's my strongest ability. My dreams are very prophetic. I can tell when something good or bad is going to happen. Usually it's more the bad. Usually it's warnings that I am able to give people, or just things that I am able to just foretell. Then there is your sensitive. The sensitive is just able to sense energy, sense spirits, sense any kind of distress. They're very attuned to what's going on around them. They don't have to necessarily be looking at someone to tell what's kind of going on. They're very sensitive. They can go to a place, to a house, to work, and if they feel uncomfortable, then there's something going on. And they feel comfortable and they're very relaxed, then it means it's a pretty good place, because the energies are neutral, the energies are flowing. Then you have your mediums. Your mediums have the ability to communicate with spirits. They can either see them, talk to them, or hear them, or all three. There are different stages. I didn't make it up, but the last one that I use a lot, but I don't hear a lot of people, it's a shield. A shield, it's a person that in my experience has the ability to block off someone who is either trying to wish them harm, or someone who wants to read them, or someone who is just trying to use an ability on them. Everybody can develop a shield, and everybody can protect themselves, but I'm talking about people who innately do it. They have this light about them, they have this energy around them, that it doesn't matter how hard you try to read this person, you will not be able to. And even if they have not practiced at all, or they are not aware that they can do this, someone who does practice will not be able to penetrate that shield, because it's something that they are born with. If you don't believe in anything that I'm saying, or you just think that this is mumbo jumbo, that's your own opinion. It's just things that everything that I'm talking about is things that I've gone through, things that I've experienced personally. So if you don't believe in it, that's fine. That's your opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and your opinion is never wrong. But if you think you're psychic, or you think you know someone who's psychic, and they are struggling because they don't understand what's going on in their life, and they're taking all of these medications, and you personally think that they can benefit from talking to someone, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I will try to help out as much as I can. Or if you know someone who is a psychic, true psychic that lives near you or around you. It will benefit you if you're psychic, or if you know if your friend is psychic, it will benefit your friend. You should take them, or you should go to talk to someone, because they might be able to explain it a little bit more than therapists or psychiatrists or doctors can. And I think that's it for this episode. I think it's been long enough. So I will thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.